Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we're gonna do a side dish that almost everybody does around the holiday season. We are gonna do roasted carrots, but we are gonna do them in our Deluxe Air Fryer. Now, if you don't have a Deluxe Air Fryer, that is totally okay. I'm also gonna show you how to do them in the regular air fryer, just any air fryer you have. But today we're gonna do roast carrots rotisserie style in that basket. Oh yeah, those of you that know me know I love trying everything in the basket, and these turn out fantastic in the basket. They also work very well in the, just on the trays, but the basket is so nice because then I don't have to turn them or toss them or do anything. They just all cook themselves and they look phenomenal. And I wanted to show this recipe to you because then it frees up your stovetop and your oven for all of those other holiday treats or, turkey, stuffing, whatever else that you have on your stovetop or in your oven. Now you don't have to worry about when to get the carrots in because they're gonna go in the air fryer. So are you ready for this adventure? I know I am. I love me some carrots, so let's get this, shall we? We shall. All right, now as I mentioned, if you do not have a Deluxe Air Fryer, that is totally okay. Your carrots will still get done very nicely. You're just going to need to put them on the tray of your machine, those ones with the handles. You put them in the tray of that, and then you'll just have to shake it a few times. They turn out almost identical. You do have to do a lot more shaking when you do that way. Which is why I wanted to show you how to do it in the little basket. Okay, so let's prepare the carrots. Now, you can literally put any seasonings that you want on these carrots. I'm just gonna do some salt and some pepper and some olive oil. Again, you could put brown sugar on your carrots. You could put thyme and rosemary and paprika and garlic and all of those seasonings that you want. But we're just doing salt and pepper for this recipe because that's what's gonna go with my dinner that I'm doing in just a few minutes. So here I have just regular carrots. You could even save time by buying baby carrots and just tossing them with your olive oil and your salt and pepper. But I want kind of carrot strips today, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my carrot strips. And I just have regular carrots, and I'm going to chop them into spears, carrot spears. We'll pop them in the bowl. And you do want them to be roughly the same size. They don't have to be exactly the same size because carrots are fine when they're raw. It just depends on, and by size I do mean thickness. The length of the carrot won't matter as much as the thickness of the carrot will. So if you get a really thick carrot like this, you'll want to probably cut it in 3 pieces instead of 2, which that's fine. So you have 3 carrot sticks, but you just kind of want them to kind of all be the same width. All right, our carrots are all done. Now we are going to toss them with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. And be generous with your oil. You can not use any oil if you'd like. That's all up to you. But a little bit of oil will help them to crisp up a little bit better, especially in the rotisserie function of our Deluxe Air Fryer. If you just have a regular air fryer, again, the oil is up to you, but you definitely want to think about the fact that oil is a fat and it makes things better. And it's just more delicious. So I'm just going to use my hands and kind of mix up my carrots, make sure that all of my carrots are covered in some oil, which they feel really nicely oiled. And if you were using sage or paprika or garlic, go ahead and put those in at the same time as well. All right, I know I just washed my hands, but this is the best way to do it. So let's give it another little toss. And you have enough salt and pepper when you've tossed it, and you can kind of see pepper or salt on everything. It doesn't have to be caked on it, obviously, but just on everything. So now I have my little air fryer basket here, and I am just going to layer these into the air fryer basket like so. You definitely do not want to overfill this basket because we want the carrots to all get, like you want them to be tossed around in there. So definitely pay attention to how much you're putting in the air fryer basket. Alternately, if you are using a tray of some sort, you just would lay them on your trays. You know, they don't have to be evenly spaced or anything because you're gonna toss them later. So you would just put them on the tray like this and then roast them up and they would be perfect. However, since we're using the basket, we are gonna put them into the basket. We just don't want them to be overfilled. This is about, I think it's about 3 pounds of carrots. And as long as there is room for them, do you see that? As long as there's room for them to move, they should all get done. Now, because my basket is so full, the regular 20 minutes or so, it might take a little bit longer because all of the carrots need time to move around and get to see that heat. But we're going to get it in to the air fryer on rotisserie function for 20 minutes. Now, if you don't have a deluxe air fryer but want to do this, get it into your air fryer on air fry for 400, and then you're gonna need to turn them and toss them around a couple times. So if you have a basket, you know, just shake it up probably about every 5 minutes or so, just so that the heat can see all of the sides. Okay, let me go ahead and take care of this. And now we are gonna put this into our machine. Now, like I mentioned, if you have a deluxe air fryer, use the rotisserie function, or you can just use the rotate button if you wanted them at a lower temperature. But I found that 400 degrees on the rotisserie function is just fine. The carrots turn out so delicious. You won't be sad about this, especially if you're a fan of cooked carrots. So let's go ahead and install our basket. All right, let's make sure it's in there. Yep. And we are gonna put it on rotisserie for 20 minutes. All right, so I will be back here in 20 minutes to show you how done they are, and then we decide if we add a little bit more time or not. So we'll see you back here in 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes, so let's check these carrots and see how much time we need to add. Ooh, they're looking pretty good, but they don't have the color on them that I want on them yet, but I'll let you decide what you think. I'll grab a fork and I will push it in. Yep, we still have some al dente. They're so good. You like al dente? That's where you're gonna wanna stop. But I want them to be a little softer than that. So I'm gonna get them back in for another 10 to 15 minutes. All right, let's turn it to rotisserie, and I'll go ahead and do 15, but I will check it at 10 minutes. I'm gonna eat this one, but I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes to show you the final result. We're done, and I am happy to report in total, these took about 35 minutes. I did peek a little bit ago, so I know they're done. But I let them finish out because they look fantastic, and I thought a little bit more color would be just fine. But are you ready for this beaut? You ready? Look at these. Look at those beautiful roasted carrots, and they smell fantastic. Perfect, but we're not done. So we're gonna take our serving plate here and a pair of tongs, and we are going to arrange on our plate very nicely. And then we are going to sprinkle with a little bit of fresh parsley just for some extra color. And voila, roast carrots. Look at those beauties. That is amazing. And we already know they taste amazing, but I'm gonna eat the rest of that one because yum. This is a great way to utilize your air fryer during busy holiday season when your stovetop and your oven is occupied with other things. If you use the basket, it's gonna take about 35 minutes. If you use the tray, it will take 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how thick your carrots are. I was going to call them cucumbers, but they're definitely not cucumbers. So that will take about 15 to 20 minutes. But you guys, these carrots are amazing, and there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to utilize your air fryer this holiday season with all of your sides. So if you want to see some of the other sides that I've done in the air fryer, like twice baked potatoes and other things like that, check out the other videos in the holiday playlist, which I will link below. Otherwise, that's it. I'm so excited to have shared that with you. It's one of my favorite ways to do vegetables is in the air fryer, because then they're done and I don't have to worry about babysitting them in the air fryer in the basket. Like, I've done cauliflower in there too. Really amazing. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos several times a week, and I'm always looking for the next adventure. So this is a challenge, because with me doing more and more air fryer recipes, more and more sous vide recipes, more and more recipes in general, I'm starting to run out of things that are really adventures for me, if you know what I mean, and things that I want to share with you. So if you have some ideas, or you've been thinking about trying something in general, leave me a comment, because I really do read them all, and I really do mull through them and try to figure out what best to show you guys, or show me adventuring, because sometimes I've never done it. And sometimes I have done it like this. So leave me a comment if you have an idea. Otherwise, we will see you on the next adventure. Bye.